Hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Push sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
And I want to believe your weekend was okay, just as ours was okay. And from where you are, how is life? We are back from a weekend fully loaded with so many issues. Out of Ghana, Burna Boy has been trending because he cancelled a show in Netherlands. And of course, I know that issue, we are still waiting to solve its entirety. Sammy Flex, I've spoken about it. Check the video before this one and you know exactly what I said. But here in Ghana, so many of them are also happening, and we are going to spend some time to talk about them. My people are seated. Roland Amate is here, Kojokin is here, as well as Intim Dodu Solomon, aka Chemo. And when we sit like this, you know the agenda. The agenda is to go straight into the issues to talk about them. Meanwhile, Digital Rasta Currency is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And as much as you are here, remember to join us with your commentary. If you have to share with us, if you have to share for us as well. And again, one thing is clear. You have to subscribe to us if you've not done that, because this is where quality show-based information lives. So drop it and let someone also feel it as well. Tap Tap Send is still supporting us here on this channel. So if you are watching and you have to send money from abroad to Ghana, use Tap Tap Send. Tap Tap Send is the only way out. Use the promo code SammyFlex, and with this you get some extra money in your wallet. If you want to try, you can try it with my number on the screen. When it falls, then you should know that yeah, your Tap Tap is really active. That's what I want to learn to do. Well, so apart from that, we are good to go now. Sarkodie is in the news. Yvonne Nelson is in the news. We'll be talking about that. Kwame Yogot is in the news, and we're looking at some international stories where one of my guys from Nigeria, I'm talking about Joey Akan, is also not happy with music fans and how they have been operating. In Ghana, we've had our fair share with music fans, but we're talking about how they are also doing their things there. And ever since the agenda of Grammy started here in Ghana, where Shatawale was in the news for talking about high life, we'll be doing a recap of some of the things he said and how we are solving those issues even today. But first, let's go straight to Nigeria. Let's clear this as early as possible so we can handle this. Joey Akan is a podcaster. He's a media owner in Nigeria, and he is a music journalist, or better still, an entertainment journalist. And he has also been talking about how fans of artists have sometimes been operating online and how we have to deal with some of these things. As a matter of fact, here in Ghana, we've talked about it plenty times. There are some people who even think that it is fans of artists who have been causing some confusion in the industry. And I always think it is not like that. But listening to this story from Nigeria, I don't want to believe that what people are saying seems to be the truth. Let's watch this. When I come back, we start the discussion.
So Twitter is such an interesting place. Because this is me. So Twitter is such an interesting place. Because this is me just living my life, driving home after a day where I had to celebrate a friend of mine. But it's a beautiful thing that this is happening. I love the fact that we're having these conversations. And Wizkid FC, I love all of you. You guys are amazing, you know, in terms of the support you give an artist. Any artist who has that kind of support would hardly fail. But what you guys have done to music Twitter is annoying, and it breaks my heart. We've come from a place where everybody was supportive and everybody just hyped wherever they wanted to a place where MIL began to win. We all began to support MIL. You know, I wrote reviews on MIL. Every day they carry MIL for head. And everyone said, oh my God, Joey, you're sucking Wizkid's dick. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. The album is good. And then all of a sudden I made a joke and you people began to drag me. And I'm telling you people, support the project that you have. You have more love, less ego. Support that project. Carry it on your head. Hype it and, you know, continue to hawk it around. That's how fandom works. You know, that's how you give an artist the things that matter. Not all of these. Sorry. I won't support your witch hunt. I won't support your weaponization of music. I won't support your tendency to continue to attack people based on the success of a person that you guys don't know. None of you know Wizkid. None of you have ever seen Wizkid. And even the ones that have done that, Wizkid cannot remember your name. None of you have interviewed him or done any of these things with him. But guess what? Morning till night, you continue to do this. Sorry, I think it's a dereliction of duty. You guys are living vicariously through Wizkid. And that sucks. That hurts me. And I don't know, man. I'm just at a loss. But guess what? I pray you guys find purpose in life, man. I do pray. Have a good night, everyone. I love you.
All right, so the final punch. I pray everybody finds purpose in life. What he's telling the Wizkid FC guys is that you guys don't have purpose in life following Wizkid. That was a very deep cut. Yeah, it cuts very deep, and I don't know why. Joey Akan, well, I admire his works honestly. For some time I have been following his works heavily, and knowing that the fan base thing is also causing confusion there, especially on media people. And that is where it even gets better. When media people talk about their favorites, their stars, then it gets better, like the way Joey Akan is feeling it. Oh, I'll start this with you. Will this ever stop? And what are some of the things we can do to manage them, especially the fans and their behavior online?
That's, I mean, it will never stop. Because yes, I am also one of the people who agree to the fact that sometimes most of these conversations, as far as some of these celebrities and musicians are concerned, start from the fans. Okay. You see, some people would want to blame the media. Yes, I wouldn't take the media out because they are the trumpeters or the carriers of these particular news. So if a fan comes to, let's say a fan who is a SAC native comes to insult Shatta Wale, one person or one medium that can make it loud is the media. And the media seemingly would be like, oh, we are just reporting what the fans is saying. Okay. And if Shatta Wale comes to reply, when he gets peeved, he will go at both the fan and the media for also trumpeting that which he thinks is not important. So for this whole issue there, it will never stop because the media will not stop operating. The media will not stop being the link between the fans and the celebrities.
So to them, what has been the expectation? That no media person speaks speaks about the idol, whether good or bad?
Well, you can't change it. That is it. That is the mindset. You can't change it. Like Joey is saying. And aside Joey, me, when Joey was speaking, I was seeing Sammy flex. Of course. Like he was saying, this is the same person that Wizkid releases body of works or projects, and he hypes them. And if at a point he has a different opinion about the same person, then you don't see it as, oh, somebody who is doing this out of love. You see, there are some people who show certain form of concern. You might think they hate you, but when you check deep, you realize that these concerns, even though they may be harsh or they may not sound pleasant, it is out of love. And these are some of the people. You saying Stonebwoy stuff doesn't mean you hate Stonebwoy. Because if we go on your timelines, we will see countless of occasions of where you've projected or applauded the guy for doing things, certain things right.
Unfortunately, those ones they don't see.
Of course, you see, that is it. Unless when I come on your page, I see you insulting Stonebwoy, and I go on your page, and I don't see anything positive, or even if the person has done, at a point where we feel, oh, this person has done something good, can you still come to lambast the person? Then we can say, oh, you are on a personal vendetta with the person. Like, you are just going at the person because probably you have your own personal issues with him.
Yeah.
You understand? On that score, we can hold people like Joey, Akan, you, and certain people who their fans think, oh, you hate, or at a point where you decide to say things that you don't agree with their idol, you hate them. We can just cut you people some slack. So for the fans, whatever happens when things like this happen, I tend to when I was watching the video, another song was playing in my head. You see, people should people should see this and know that nowhere cool. Nowhere cool. If SM movement or if Shatter movement is in this country and they think that fanaticism and its disadvantages is only in Ghana, they should wake up. If Sack Nation is there and they think fanaticism and its disadvantages is only in Ghana, they should open their eyes. Because as it stands, Wizkid FC has left whatever project Wizkid is about to drop or has dropped, and is dragging somebody for saying something that he feels about Wizkid which they don't like. They should open their eyes. And I like the advice Joey Akan gave. For the last one there, the last statement there is punchy. I will not go there. But you see, if you call yourself a fan, your core mandate is to support the project, the person is releasing. That is your core mandate. Unless you want to tell us, oh, you are one of them floating fans that you support as at when you like it, then we can say, oh, you there, you are not stationed to a specific place. But when you want to hit your chest and have some sense of belonging, that, oh, me there, I belong to this group or I belong to this fraternity, make sure that the core, because that is what drove you to that camp. It is the person's project.
Okay.
So fans there, for fanatics, we can only educate them as time goes on, and pray the small one that have sense, can get the education and have some form of purpose. As much as they want to support their favorite celebrities or their favorite people, they can also do certain positive things to help them, because most of them have misplaced priorities.
Okay, Chamo, come through.
Okay. I think, first of all, this thing will not stop, and I think Joey Akan too, he's enjoying it.
He's enjoying it.
Yeah. From the way it's like give and take. If you are giving it to me too, I'll give it to you, kind of situation. So that's it, and it will not stop. I mean, I think he has been in the game for a while, and he knows that it will not stop. Some people even go to the extreme. In fact, they take delight in doing some of these things. So if you
when you say some people, which type of people?
Well, I think you have somebody in mind already, and those who are watching too, they know that some of the fans. Okay, let me. Okay, let me.
What I was looking for. Yeah.
Okay. Some of the fans, they take delight in doing that. In fact, they don't care about the positive things that you say about the person. They want you to say something negative so that they can also insult you. Or in fact, they won't even wait for you to say anything negative. They will just come and insult you.
The little step
in fact, nothing at all. And even on our platform, we have people like that. Their job is to insult you. No. Yes, their job is to just come on the platform and insult you. So you can't do anything that job. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So it will not stop. Sometimes, well, it may be good to address some of the issues. But if you know that it's consistent, it's not like maybe they didn't understand certain things, but that's how they are, then you ignore them. Sometimes too, it's like they don't understand. They are saying it based on some information that's not true, or it's lacking certain facts, and then they will base on that and come and do whatever. So that one you can also go in and then address them or respond to what is happening.
Okay.
But as for it stopping, forget, nobody can stop it. I mean, that's why sometimes we advise people that those who are committing crimes or committing some form of immoral act, you can't just talk to them and they stop.
Okay.
If there's a way for you to avoid them, that's the best. Don't be a victim and then come later and cry. Because for them, no matter your whatever you say, they won't stop. Sometimes if you address one or two and it is not working, you either avoid them or you take it like that, because they won't stop. But some people will not agree. They will go in there, they will insult them, they will come and say they are evil, they should stop the whatever. You talk, they will come again and insult you. They won't stop. So either you avoid them or you take it like that. Don't be a victim. Because if you want to be a victim, yes, you will be a victim. Yes, so after addressing it one or two and it's not working, take the other side of things, because nothing will change.
Okay.
And we have, as I said, we have some as an even on our platform as an example. No matter how good you are, no matter how
they will
still not get you. In fact, some will even say, "Oh, you are pretending," so that they can insult you. Even saying good things about them or their favorite, they will say, "Oh no, today he's just saying it for saying things. Cry, we will insult you." And then they will go ahead and do whatever they do and all that. So, Joey, yes, I think from time to time you have to respond to them. But I know that some people will not stop, so just know how to deal with them. That's why I would say.
Wow. Kojo, what do you also have to say about these fans? Nigerians, I'm up here.
Yeah, I think it is not wrong for fans to defend their idol if they think somebody out there is not being justice or fair to their idol.
That is where the problem is. What do they mean by someone is not being fair?
Oh, we are all in
because that is where the problem is.
We are all
because this same guy, like he was narrating, has been writing promotional articles and blah 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 blah. But today they are on him saying this and that.
So we are all in this game. Let's not forget, both the fans, the media, and the idols, they are all operating in the same space. So we all have the information about each other, and there are cases that some journalists are fair, they are doing their work, but fans do not understand them. They misinterpret or misconstrue their statement and their words.
Their judgment.
And we have other cases that there are some journalists who have agenda against other artists, and we could see from their works that side of the story is also there. Fans come out and declare their support for people. They let you know, I'm for SM, I'm for Beam Nation, I'm for Sack Nation. But journalists, it's hard for you to get a journalist who will come out and throw support for a specific artist. Most of the cases, they hide behind their works, their comments and all of that. And when you read, you could see that, okay, this person, their actions and inactions are tilted towards a certain artist. And once a while, they try to balance it to the other side and make it look like it's a balanced system, but but they can also see. You see, it is nature. At times you can't fake it, so people can also read meanings into that. So probably it may be the case of Joey Akan. They have monitored him over the period of time, and they know that okay, when matters of a certain artist comes, they understand the direction and how it takes. And when it is artist B2, they know the direction they take. And this is enough reason for fans to conclude that no, you are not for our man. Although you may have written certain articles, but it's like Countryman Songo running commentary for Accra House of Folk and Asante Kotoko. When the House of Folk score, go! And Kotoko score, go! So I don't need anybody to tell me that this person caught him by surprise. The hell he screamed at the Kotoko goal. It's a man, but we just saw House of Coast. Oh, Washe, Mahatma Otu, Washe, just like that. And so we don't need anything to tell, more evidence to tell you that. So I want to believe.
But one thing is that are they also to force someone to think like they are thinking?
No.
Or because when they do that, it means they are also trying to sit on the guy's kind of work.
Okay. So
you can belong to one camp and still do your job.
The difference here is we have Wizkid FC, we have other FCs and all of that. If they are fighting among themselves, fine. But you see, the work of a journalist is different. The ethics and the demands are different from a fan. As a journalist, we expect that okay, you balance issues because of your understanding or your profession. The way you approach issues will be different from how a fan will look at it.
And I'm sure that is how these guys still do it.
Oh no. In this dispensation, we have journalists who are one-sided, who are biased. We have it.
No.
We have it.
Kojo, I've been following this guy. And
for how long?
Oh, forget about how long.
No.
Kojo.
It is a point.
No, what I mean is that I don't need to follow him for 10 years to know how he thinks.
No. So you see, you can do your judgment based on what you have seen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So you remain in for the how long you have seen the artist, so you have followed his work. With the people that they are fighting him, they have been with him. And this is a Nigeria issue we are talking about. So they have been with the guy. If I'm talking about Sammy Flex, I don't think a Nigerian who has been following you maybe through your YouTube days will know more issues about you than me, who have been following you way back before maybe you getting on YouTube. So I want to believe these guys have been monitoring his works. Like you said, don't watch what they say, what their actions. So you can come and write a beautiful article about an artist. Yeah, that is promotional. But on the contrary, when that artist gets into grooves or get into a situation, get into a situation, the way and manner that same person will address it, there are clips that will sell to you that, hey, Charlie, let's say proper scenario, the artist A that maybe they are claiming he is affiliated to has a scandal. And the artist B, they are saying the guy is against, also gets a same scandal. And this person is to address both scandals. You will see the difference in the address. Maybe he will tackle artist A with a good grammar, choice of words, positive comment, make it look attractive, balance it fairly. Give cases that has happened and everybody listening will know that, okay. But get to the other point. That is where the emotions will come. You will give to the other artist woto. And it's enough evidence for me to believe that, oh, Charlie, all that you are doing is fake. You are not for my artist. But you can't come out and say that, oh, I'm for this artist, because it may defeat your position and your credibility as a journalist. Because in future, when you write things, we can say, this is a biased a journalist and all of that. So that could be in as much as some fans, because of their affiliation with their artists, they see anybody who try to criticize their artists as a hater. Yes, there's also the other side that we have journalists who also have agenda against other musicians, and when their fans sees it, they will come after you.
Well, I'm sure that is a fair comment, but I am really sometimes not happy with how these fans look at the work of journalists. Because if they then it's going to be like government in power and the way they treat media people. Okay, you are not saying it for us because you belong here.
To the other one.
So we are going to even suppress you in doing your work because how they want to work, that is what I mean. They want to suppress. Okay, so because we see it to be this, when an issue comes, don't even discuss it. Don't talk about it. The way we don't like.
So you see, even in Ghana now, the trend is we have radio stations that are affiliated to political parties. Okay, so what happens is when the other side, their affiliation, they have issues, they will never talk about it. When they have negative issues, they will never talk about it. And they will address all the negative issues about the other person.
Yes.
No, but even with them, you can say they come with a little bit of a difference. Yes. A little bit of a difference. No, and they're a big difference. For instance, if you go to Canada Japan station and you do this analogy, like it won't work because you cannot work there and say you want to be neutral. Yes. You cannot work at Oman FM.
So there are journalists also in the books of other artists, and it can happen.
No.
What I'm saying, we don't have to discount. Well, the reason why fans are also on this agenda is some of these reasons.
So wait. Today, for instance, I've seen fans insulting Olele Salvador, and do you know why they are insulting Olele Salvador? Because the Sarkodie thing, he's posted it.
That's what we are talking
about. I gave different scenarios.
But Olele Salvador, they are insulting it for me. What?
Other ways that people are doing their genuine work, but fans will.
But that is what we have to look at. No, that's what you can't.
The difference is you can't look at Joey Akan's situation and say this is that one or this is not the other one. Clearly, what Salvador posted and the fans are coming after him, we can say that, oh, why? He posted it.
But many of the cases, it is like what we are talking about.
So that is when we would trace
that the fans are just fans who are just because Olele Salvador
will never be happy. Yes, it's about negative, and that's what we are talking about.
The moment is about negative, whether you belong to them or not. Me, don't I have some SM fans insulting me before?
In fact, they have threatened us not to get out of the studio.
The amount of negativity that you speak about their artists, if they balance it against the other artists,
they won't be objective.
They cannot balance it because how? No, you are not getting me. That negative thing you are talking about, is it the journalist who generates the negative? Like today, did Olele Salvador wake up and say, no, I'm coming on? Okay. Did Olele Salvador wake up and say, Sarkodie, go and have an affair with?
No. So Sarkodie gets negative issues. Another artist gets negative issues, and it's only Sarkodie you want to talk about.
Oh yes. No. And we don't talk about only Sarkodie.
It's a scenario we are creating.
Yes, Bakodo. If that's the case, you don't have any reason to attack the person reporting. The thing is that yes, this person, if your artist says or does anything negative, he will talk about it. Then he is not lying. If the person is lying, then you have issues. Because the favorite of that artist will also report only positive.
So why is it that you don't talk negative about your artist?
Which is your artist?
No,
they are making
because the fans. You think the fans will be
a side?
No, that is
even if we have
that wouldn't be fair.
My
point
is,
we are addressing
if they have a side.
Okay. The issue at hand, we are addressing it from both sides.
Okay.
It's like you have taken sides already. That the fans are wrong.
No, we are trying to correct them on what they should do right. Like
if it is not true, that's where it should be.
I'm not sure they are attacking everybody. I'm not sure they are attacking.
If you are their favorite, they won't attack you.
I'm not sure they are attacking every journalist.
Any journalist who says negative.
You see what Sarkodie's problem? Me, let me go and tweet something. You see what will happen right now.
It depends on how you tweet.
It doesn't depend on what I tweet. What has happened? Can I go and write anything that has not happened?
No, it depends on how you.
No. What can I write that has not happened?
Also matters.
Yes, I can prove whatever has happened.
Exactly. So if you tweet it, if you post the case, no, Sarkodie, blah blah.
That is what
you also see the kind of
you do that.
That is what Ole Salvador has done.
Okay, so
I can go and read all the things Ole Salvador has tweeted.
So the reason here is that if you post that and we track back and see that when issues happening around your artist,
which artist?
Oh. But they mention him that he belongs to an artist.
Oh no.
So they are the one.
The fans say
he doesn't belong to any artist.
But the fans made an allegation
he's an entertainment journalist doing his work.
So we don't have entertainment journalists that belongs to artists.
Who? No. It doesn't work like that.
Hey, we don't have entertainment. We don't have
wait.
Who are affiliated to artists?
No, wait. Do we have entertainment journalists who are saying that me, I work for only this guy, so I don't work for this guy? No, that's the question.
Don't we have entertainment journalists who are working for artists?
We have
everybody
who are pushing the interest of an artist.
Because that artist has paid them to do that.
Exactly, whether you have been paid or paid. No, that is the fact. And so what they are saying, what the fans are saying is that when issues come about your artist, we know the direction you take. If it is not your artist, if you are no Kuma, if you are them, so understand the facts and understand the journalist.
So you think that, let's say the people, they know us, or those who watch us, majority knows us that we are for Shatawale or we work for Shatawale. So are you saying that for working for Shatawale or doing things for Shatawale? Do you think if we say something negative about Shatawale today, they won't insult us?
It's not about the insult.
Yeah, so for their point,
if Shatta's issue comes, if they know I'm working with Shatta and matters arising around Shatawale, which seems to be negative, comes and I speak in a certain manner. And it comes on another artist, and I speak.
No, I'm talking about the one. Oh, no, I'm talking about your favorite. Don't bring it. No, don't bring it.
Okay. Let's go. What the problem is that these people don't want you to say
any negative thing about their artist.
You are not the one creating it. They have caused it.
Exactly.
Keep quiet. Like that is what they want. Keep quiet. Like this one, the way they've been giving to Ole Elizabeth, and he did not say anything. No. He just tweeted what is happening. Like report what is happening, and they are insulting him.
The bottom line is that don't say any negative thing about our artists. It's not about you trying to be objective or whatever. No,
it is not limited to any of the fan base. They are all like that.
Yes,
they are all like that, and it is something nobody should encourage. It is something nobody.
Exactly.
Oh no, sorry, I no come out in here, Bonnie. At now, now no can I say Monka. Who are you to say the Monka? No, that is absolute bother. Nobody has any authority.
Also,
no, you
can nobody, no fan has any authority over any media person. And what they do.
But that's the case. When you talk, they will come after you.
That is what I'm saying.
Why don't you take their power from them?
But no matter what, they will come after you.
Authority.
That's what you are
don't have any authority.
No, yes, because they don't control your space, and you also don't have. They decide to come
you also
after
don't have what? You
don't have control over how they react to your.
No.
We are not talking about how they react.
It's just that their reaction is useless. It is big.
They can also say your commentary and your criticisms are useless. The same thing. It's the same way. They will all have our right. Your initial statement on this thing will never stop.
Yeah, it won't.
Good. So the fact is, if you present a news, they also have their right to criticize or analyze your presentation and have.
You can't justify it because it won't stop. Some people they are just not reasonable. That's how they go. That's why I have issue with the justification.
The fact that the way you don't want to understand is that we have also journalists who are working, who are pushing agenda for certain artists, as against
Okay,
others.
so
That's the only side.
Kojo is
That's
also
the only side
tackling.
you are also failing to accept.
Kojo is also tackling
What are we talking about?
the journalists who
Charlie,
cannot
let's move on, let's
balance
move on.
being objective.
And you think the
No,
fans
no,
will
we
be
don't have it.
reasonable to know the neutral ones and the
We have
Those who are not
journalists
neutral.
We have
whose
discerning fans who
we have journalists whose
for
agenda
those who
is
attack,
for
they are
somebody
not doing
and
it
they are
objectively.
against other
That's
people.
the point.
They even make a bad agenda
we have
against
discerning
others.
ones.
For those who are attacking, they don't care about your neutrality. That's the point.
No.
They just
No, it
attack
is,
you if you
that-
are not
that-
the
that's
That's the point.
I've seen Shatter fans tomorrow yesterday, and somebody was speaking negative about the artist. They come after him. The next day the person posts positive and they go and share.
That's the
I've
point.
seen a lot of them.
So you are making
they
a
don't
point.
care about
So if you
what
go
you
negative,
say, what you say,
they will insult you. That's the point you are making.
So
You are even making a point
no,
for
so
us.
at a point
When you
if
say
this is not
negative,
good,
they will
they'll-
insult.
They will come back.
Yeah.
Okay,
If you do
let's move
something
on.
right,
Let's
they
move
will-
on.
they
Let's
will
move on.
push
Let's
it.
move on. Let's move on.
It's
Let's
simple
move
as
on. Let's move on. Today we have so many issues to talk about, and we have to manage the time. Charlie, Moya say agenda no, and the topics ne does but say much we more already know. Young still okay, ne back ne be short. Kwame Yogot seems to be saying something. Let's see how best we can advise him on it. In short, he has seen a video of a presidential candidate. Yes, that is a presidential candidate for presidential candidate hopeful. For New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
The digital.
Is it?
The digital. Everything digital.
Yes, next time they will support you digitally.
Digital.
Yes, and the man, as in Kwame Yogot, is not happy that his song was played there, and is even accusing the vice president, the man who is our vice president now, for using his song for campaign. And looks like he needs some education. Today, I was there when his manager, publicist, wherever, sent it to me, and I said, is Kwame Yogot ready to speak to this issue? Because if he wants to speak to this issue, we have some questions to ask him. But then, now they don't want him to talk. But he's spoken already. I said, well, if he doesn't want to talk, we will still look at the issue and see how best we are going to address this. First of all, is Kwame Yogot right or he's wrong in what he's thinking? Let's watch this video. I'll be back.
How is it possible? How is it possible? Say, people to me a foul just like that. So what the campaign? Abra, what is no just like that. Now, if I say, if I would have you can crown and you know a brama brew won't need a quiet part, if I no fun to you. Do you know unim in Susan so ebeba me so ewo and you will use you as campaign because me I don't support NDC and I mean supporting MPP. O me answer be can be say Joe question I mean now it is a mede and you na me for can see you know say me the video to say ono ayame nana Joe question ayame nana ono and MPP for 9 is ano. Really simple, hands down, no more chain. I in the court, cobra, and now you Uber you sue any pan and the campaign. Hey, what's that? Oh, maybe I didn't attend the say. And you sue me you find your campaign. Papa now one more channel, what degree, you know. Good animals in the nana me, Kwame Yogot. Me no. And I will be using me at the campaign. Me pat you die use. But the can say the man should stop using my song. Bawumia, me pat you jamming now use. Apart I'm watching us and I'm watching the form no. Jokwesi no, ne nana me. She him who say the nana ne Kwame Yogot. Me nana no. Me support NDC support me nana no NDC. So if I do a song for him, me yama me nana. Manya ama NDC. Se won say me de enwum bi ato a friend say ni video ase na ma post o me wo a. I'm doing it because why am nana. I'm not doing it because why MPP new. I NDC ni at MPP new. Please stop using my song. stop using my song. It's not approaching him to pay. Kwame Yogot. Kwame Yogot where one side quoted those that person me on show you more Jimmy. Sikani do the bayan kamaji because there is sika any day hey, if I tell you a car, a call BBC, my son BBC, you bring now Kwame can kwasi asem Jimmy. Because one tia say you feel some much say you may jumana ya grow. And you bit me and you man, I'm with me cancer and you money yet. Which is I grow on. Tell to me some with me by a case or hate song ever. That's a hit song, no. And yet it's like a cool. I scan out the shimon a hit song. Mama for talent. A billions. A son of BBC, BBC. A billions. A call BBC.
Well, so earlier I saw Chamo comment on it when the story appeared on one of our WhatsApp platforms. And Chamo, let me start this with you. What do you think Kwame Yogot is missing?
Oh, he's missing the basic law about intellectual property and copyright.
Okay.
Yes, and then the basic one is that people can play your song in any event, provided that it is coming from registered DJs or whatever, or the event ground. If it has been registered, they have every right to play any song there. Especially you have sold the song already. It's in the public. So now, if
so, this was the last time Bawumia went to pick forms
the forms. So it was an event, event grounds, and they are playing the song. So you can't tell them that you can't play this song at the event grounds unless you have a reasonable something that you can submit to court or whatever to place an injunction on them and say, okay, this place, because of this reason, I don't want people to play my song in this place. And if the court will agree with you, then fine. Then we will tell people that, okay, for these reasons that we, the court, as a court, we agree with this person, you can't play the song at the campaign ground.
Okay.
Unless you go like that extra to get that kind of protection, you cannot tell anybody to not to play your song at the campaign grounds. Okay. No. Unless the person himself will see that, okay, it may give me negative results or whatever, so I won't play it. But they have every right to play it because they have bought it with their own money. They have licenses, their operations and all that. So they have every right to play every song. You can't stop them. The only time that you will have an issue is that they are using it to do a commercial, as in advert or whatever. So if like Bawumia did an advert with his song, then it has moved to another level. Because the song is for you to enjoy, not for you to use for your commercial purpose in that sense. Like modify at that point you have modified the song. Okay. Put it in a commercial, you have modified it. And then you are using it for other commercial interests. That one you have to pay the person. But at your event, party na bar. Campaign na bar was end the me party it's a form of an event. So you can't charge anybody or stop anybody from playing your songs at an event grounds. And political campaigns and other stuff, they are part of events. Okay. So that's where I think he's missing. Okay. He can only lay claims or talk about it when they are using it in an ad, like they have done an advert and they are using it. Or now that he thinks that if they play it at the event ground, it may have effect on him. Like he was saying that, do you know the effect that will come on me if you play it? Do you know the political consequences? Yes. If you think that it's reasonable enough, go to court. Then take order from court that if they play it, I'll lose my career, I'll do this, I may lose money and all that. Then they will not have a permission or reason to play it at that grounds because of that reason. But if you don't have anything like that, then you don't have to come out and talk like the way he's doing. If you do that, you are exposing your ignorance, or you are exposing that side of you that is like you don't know much about the copyright issue, intellectual property issue, and you still want to talk. No, me, I'll advise the artists something like this. When they really want to talk about it, they should seek advice first. They should talk to people to get their opinions and a legal advice before they come out and talk. Because if you talk like this, we can also read meanings into it, apart from the fact that you don't really know what you're talking about in terms of copyright and intellectual properties. You are also maybe the agenda of you fighting for your grandpa, as he said. That's why you are talking. So it's not really about people infringing on your rights. It's about you fighting for your grandpa, and that's not cool. I think he should look at it, and the team should also think about it before they come out like that. It's not good.
Okay, thank you. Ro, speak next on this, quick.
When I saw the video, the first question that I asked myself is, Kwame Yogot, so should Dr. Bawumia invite you that his daughter or his son is celebrating his birthday and wants you to come and perform that same song? Will you do it?
Why not?
That
He
is
has been
different.
paid to.
That is different.
But if he wasn't invited, they can still play the song.
Of course. So my own is that you see the person that will read meanings into whatever you are saying, whether they invite you privately or they play your song publicly, that person who will read meanings will still read meanings, and there is nothing you can do about it. You see, this is not just about social media talk or social media rant. He had, from the initial stages, he had right concerns that morally everybody would want to sympathize with him, especially in the space where people don't really understand political affiliations and how we balance it with business. You can go and do business with a political entity and somebody will just tag you as an affiliate, and you can lose certain deals or certain businesses out of it. That we understand. So if he is coming from that background, everybody will sympathize with him. Everybody will sympathize with him. But then, because he came all guns blazing, and the latter of his statement gave him away, really exposed his anger as to why he's talking. He is not angry because his song has been played. No. He is angry because he is fighting for his grandpa. And that's it. I'm sure if to him they had treated his grandpa very well, that is using his own statement, he wouldn't have come out to complain.
Yeah.
So does that mean that he understands the matter of copyright infringement and whatever? He doesn't. He doesn't, because just like it is being played. So tomorrow, if NDC presidential hopeful also goes to pick a form and they play it, will he say they should stop playing it?
Yes.
Because that is also a political party.
He will say that.
He will say that.
Yeah.
I doubt.
He's saying he
No,
doesn't belong.
No, you see, the statement that he made, the latter of his whole video, gave him away.
Which is
He's saying that because his grandpa is affiliated to NDC and they did not treat him right, he doesn't want them to do anything that belongs to him in the bloodline.
I'm sure on another occasion they used the song for that man's campaign. So that is what he's saying. When they used it for that one, it was because it was his grandpapa. So he was doing it for his grandpa. By you, Bawumia, no affiliation, no relationship, no business, and you allowed the song to be played.
You've come back to answer the same question that if it were to be NDC, he wouldn't come out to complain.
I didn't say that.
No, he said that it's for the grandpa, not for NDC.
Yes.
No problem.
So for NDC, you will complain.
No problem, but the grandpa belongs to NDC, innit?
Yes.
And the grandpa would
no, the grandpa belongs to NPP.
No,
but
NDC.
he's now moved cross carpet.
NDC.
Okay. Our movie.
Okay. And so if the
so he said they did not treat him well, I'm sure that's why.
So that's where the anger is coming from. So if the grandpa is supposed to even wants to use the song right now, he will not use it on his personal ticket. He will use it on the ticket of NDC. That is the bottom line.
But it's for the grandpa, not NDC.
You see, the thing is that when the grandpa is using it, it is just few people who would know that you are really affiliated to this man. And you see that what you fear that people will tag you as MPP when your songs are being played on their functions or at their events. It is the same way people will tag you as NDC. And if you are cool with it, then you should be cool. In fact, this is even the time. Sometimes some of these musicians, we don't know what their problem is. They let personal sentiment and feelings override even business opportunities that present themselves in front of them. This was a clear business deal, like simple for you to chop. See, for you to chop, your grandpa is there. In fact, your grandpa has not even, unless Kwame Yogot wants to say, well, the grandpa has called him to go and warn the people to stop using the song. Else, this was a fine opportunity, as neutral as he wants to preach, to say that, oh, when Bawumia is campaigning, I can go and perform. When my grandpa is campaigning, I can go and perform. It is still the same song. You chop from both sides. But now that he's really shown his true colors, I'm sure if Bawumia and his people even stop playing the song, it will not add anything to it. Neither will it take anything away from them. He will rather be on the losing end. So sometimes they should get some education before they come out to speak like this.
Okay, Gode, what do you also think about Kwame Yogot's action?
Yeah, his address was baseless. You know, how he went about it was very wrong, and it shouldn't be so. I think his advisors didn't do him any good. Those who maybe he shared ideas with, okay.
What if he did not share ideas with anybody? Some of these artists, sometimes they don't even share ideas.
Some do, some also do.
No, you see, but I'm scared you might be accusing someone wrongly.
Yeah.
Because you sit here, we have all been in that position. Another mom didn't your man can't say me, one mom didn't go behind it.
Oh,
of course.
I'm referring to that side now. That's something about my friend. Oh, Charlie, see, no, this issue there, I'm convinced it wouldn't be his mind alone, because he will call, oh, Charlie, go for your boy, and then they will come out like that, because they can still play it and he will do focal. He will do focal. At times, I wish some of these musicians goes to test the law with some of these claims, and we see the end results. Then they also go to the law. You go and prove why they are not supposed to use a public material. It is an event. They can play it the rest of the campaign in the name of an event.
Yeah, and you've issued your right to gamble.
They will just collect royalties. Your song has been played at an event, so it is royalties that will be collected. They have not altered any section of the song to suit their campaign or adding Bawumia's name and all of that. That is where you have a case. So if you have seen that, okay, they are playing this particular song, then it may be that it is deliberate. At times, it may not be the politicians. It may be the DJs. They know, now DJs are very creative. You know, they are very creative. Whatever you say, the atmosphere, they play songs that suits the occasion. So it could be that mere incident. But if you monitor that, okay, they went here, they played it, they went here, they played it, and they played it at a particular time, then you may be having a valid case that, okay, Charlie, it seems like this song running through all their campaigns, and they don't just play it accidentally. It's like a deliberate attempt. Then you can draw closer, Charlie. I've seen you guys, you play here. No, if like you are using my song, so we can talk business. We can talk business. The goal is to get money. It's not about coming to rant. Where you don't even know where the law says. So if it is about money, write good proposal, get people, let them talk to the team, which they will do. I know when in this season, and it's about musicians and all of that, they know how to talk to them. It's not a difficult thing. And officially, now they will adopt it and they will be using it. And you also make your money. But in this case, if tomorrow they play it, you can't do focal. There's nothing you can do about it.
And they will play it too.
And they will play it. They will just say the DJ is playing it. And so you go and hold the DJ that, oh, why are you playing my song and all of that. And whatever defense he also bring, he will bring it. So they should know how to talk about it. If you're a musician, you are doing business, you need to open your scope. What has the grandfather done for him? We were in Ghana where he was having issues. If the grandfather is that he cares about caring or cares about him, you would have seen there may be some investment. and all of them.
No. The grandfather doesn't need to do only that to show that.
And so business.
There are so many things. The house he's living in, the grandfather.
Oh, well, no, I know where he's staying. What are you talking about? So it's Kwame Yogot an alien. We know Kwame Yogot now. I know where he lives, and I can tell you on the 20 that the grandfather didn't rent it for him. So what I'm saying is,
why you rented it for him?
No. Why are you running away from me? What I'm saying is, the grandfather you are using as a point here has nothing to offer you. You don't know if what you get will come from the other side. So when you are speaking, you need to speak right. What I'm saying is, for all you know, maybe these guys will give you the money or the comfort you deserve, not your grandfather. So you are saying you did a song for your grandfather, so other people don't have the right to use it and all of that. That's what I'm saying. Because we all know certain things that are happening. If your grandfather is also a politician, he can now do something meaningful for you that you know that, okay, if you are throwing your support, hey, all the rest, go away. I'm here because here is good. So don't spoil both sides, and at the end of the day, your grandfather too cannot do anything for you.
Well, Kwame Yogot, in fact, the bottom line is that seek copyright knowledge before you come out to speak like this. In fact, in the video, you spoke so much nothing. You spoke so much nothing in the video. And the fact that, do you know what it takes to build a brand? Do you know what it takes to build music? And we know all these things. We know, but they were all nothings. Get copyright knowledge when you have to come out to do some of these things. Because Bawumia and his people did no wrong. They have not taken your song and put in BB Basi Bawumia, BB Basi. They've not done that.
Modified your song.
Can you go to a nightclub, a program, and say they are using your song and that they should stop playing your song? No, you can't do that. Get knowledge and let's see how best we will all grow in this space. Now let's move on to one big one. Sarkodie versus Yvonne Nelson. So yesterday here in Ghana, Yvonne Nelson launched a memoir, a book about her life. And in this book, she wrote almost everything that has happened to her some time ago. This is the book. It is called I Am Not Yvonne Nelson. That's the name of the book. I Am Not Yvonne Nelson. And as it stands now, I'm sure for copies, contacts now, these numbers should be very busy. Or maybe you have to check Apple Books to see if some of us who use Apple, we can read from there. A very beautiful cover. She is very beautiful. No two ways about that. And in this particular book, the things in there, those who have read it are really having a jolly good time. Some of us, we are yet to read it, but already people are enjoying. Chapter 8 is the confusion. Chapter 8 is the confusion. And in this chapter 8, let me summarize it for you so we can start talking. In chapter 8, Yvonne Nelson was saying that while she was growing up at the age of 25, she got pregnant with musician Sarkodie then, who was also 22 years, 10 years ago. And, is it 10 years ago? 13 years ago. Okay. And in this particular instance, when she got pregnant, because Sarkodie was now an upcoming artist who was not a star and looking for his head, living with his mom, Obedi advised that, Yvonne, I beg you, the fuck they will fuck. But the baby, I'm not ready. Because the baby cannot come and live with my mama. So can we abort it? Yvonne Nelson felt like she didn't want to do it, but she said something. In her case, the moment she heard Sarkodie say, I don't want to, let's abort it now, then she remembered her own story. Her story that as it stands now, she doesn't even know who her real father is. She knows that there is a man called Mr. Nelson, whose name she bears, but she doesn't know, like she doesn't understand the fatherhood kind of thing. So when she realized, me, I don't know my father, and my father's case is blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. Then also come to do some, I won't do it. Let me go and abort it. Really? She took some concoction. The medicine did not come. She went to take another medicine called Cytotec. One in the mouth, one in the vagina. That one too did not come.
I beg you.
I know that medicine.
Your narration there.
I know medications for such
names in by
no, what I mean is that what I mean is that
you are not an expert, so
you are not getting. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that I know such medication for such purposes, and how she narrated she used it. That's how it is used.
Yes. But don't mention any.
Okay, so that no problem. Because that was the same thing. One here, one there.
Say
and
that.
After some days, it will flow.
You can say that, but no, don't mention the name of it.
Okay, so she took that one in the mouth, one in the VJJ. Some days after, she started bleeding. In fact, after bleeding, she went to the hospital again, tried to see if she went for another pregnancy test, and still, she was pregnant. Hey, concoction, still, there is pregnancy. The medicine Chemo says I shouldn't mention. Still, there is pregnancy. Then he said, okay, if all these things are not working out, then let me go to the hospital proper. So they do what they call the DNC. Then he went to the hospital and they did the DNC. That one, they will put things inside your VJJ and they will cut things and remove things. She did that one too. And after, that was when the pregnancy was cleared. She said even on that day, Sarkodie drove her to the hospital, and the moment she went in there, that they started the cut and paste of a day. She didn't hear from Obedi again. I'm not saying this, all these things are in the book. Everything I'm saying, the detail, apart from the name of the medicine, that I suspect it was that one. It's not in the book. But apart from that, everything is in there. Now, as it stands now, the story has become so intense online. People are thinking about so many things. One, how will Sarkodie's wife take this? Obviously, we know some of these things. By this time, I'm sure he's doing his thing. And people are really dragging Obedi Pombedi online. What are the implications in this particular saga? The good, the bad, and what might be the ugly after this? Did Yvonne Nelson consider so many things in writing this particular portion of the book? Could she have edited these ones out? Or dole, she should have captured it? Let's have a conversation. Jamo, let's start with you.
Yeah. The thing is, memoirs and then autobiography is not a new thing elsewhere. I think now our celebrities or our musicians.
So this was the launch yesterday. Yeah. Vitamilk supported it. Vitamilk, they like doing their events at Pediasio. Yeah. The last time they honored me, it was at Pediasio same way. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Oh, so, Brussels, yeah, she's ambassador for Brussels as well. Yeah. Yes.
So, I mean, memoirs and autobiographies they are not new things. I mean, yes, but in our part of the world, I think celebrities are not really taking advantage of it. We have few people who do something like this. So maybe the Yvonne Nelson's thing or this one will trigger our musicians or our celebrities to start going to that direction. Yes, because there are huge money in there and it's really big outside. There are a lot of people in America and other places who are doing some of these things and they are really controversial at some point. So I'm not really surprised. I mean, if you really want to come out with a memoir that people will talk about it. Yes, sometimes you have to go this direction. Some people will also go like Michelle Obama's memoir, for instance. That one, it will be more political, how she met Obama and stuff. That's what will bring the cash. So in the case of Yvonne Nelson, I think the advisor or the person who helped her in writing this will definitely say we have to put this story in. I mean, this is the selling point. And I think there are similar things like that in there. It will be like curious and people may want to know more. So I'm not surprised that it is in there. What is the implication? Not much. Yes, we know that some people, after a book like this come out, they can even sue when they think that you are defaming them or it's not going in their favor or what you said in the book is not true. They can sue you. But if it is true, then you can't sue them. Then you just have to take it as it is. If there's a way to compromise, sometimes the book will not come out the way that we have seen it. She will discuss it with the people who are in there, and then some will plead for you to take certain things out. So you send it to them that I'm coming out with the book. This is the portion that you are in. What do you think? And some will say, okay, I'm okay with it, but please, can you maybe take certain things out for it to be vague or something like that? It happens because this is it. And some people will not consult anybody because in effect, it's true. So why can't I share? It's my life and I'm sharing and you happen to be part of it. Why not? You can share. It is only up to the other party if they think that you are defaming them. And that defaming thing will only hold if they are not telling the truth. Or if what is in there is not the truth. If it is the truth, you just have to live with it. You should also find a way that you will respond to people or you will come out to talk about it. Like, yes, maybe this thing happened, but this is my reasons, or this is the how I want it to be known, or I want you to say in my side. That's what it is. And because it is not new, and this thing, after this one, if it goes so well, I think that others will also jump in there if they have interesting stories to share, and I will encourage that anyway, because people will learn from it. And apart from that, nothing much will happen. And I think Sarkodie's wife, Tracy, should not take this that serious. Yes, it will get to her.
That's our hope.
Oh, she shouldn't. I'm not saying that she can't take it serious. I'm saying that she shouldn't. It's two different things. I'm not in her shoes, but if I'm advising her, that's what I would say, because no matter what, it has happened and you can't do much about it. So if you take it serious, you are just going to worry yourself for nothing.
So earlier in my presentation, I was asking that. So if, for instance, at the time that Yvonne Nelson and Sarkodie were seeing each other, what if maybe the lady saw it, asked Sarkodie, and Sarkodie denied?
Yeah. Still, at this point, forget about it. After 13 years, now you want to go back and do what? You will lose.
You lied to me.
Yes, so she will leave him.
That one I can't tell.
Yeah, so...
But what I mean is, it reduces the trust you have built.
Yes, but still, the point that it will have an effect is when you say that, okay, based on this, I'm no more going to live with you. That's where it will be significant. But if, okay, you'll be angry and then later that's it. I mean, you can be angry, and when something like this come out, I mean, you will feel it from the beginning. But I'm advising her that that's how it's supposed to be. Like, okay, I think I wish nothing of this sort would have happened, but so what? Let's move on with our lives. Now you have two children with him. You are living your life fine until this issue, and you want to collapse everything or you want to spoil everything because someone is saying that I had an affair with your husband 13 years ago. I mean, any woman or anybody at all who take an action like that, I mean, I would say that, no, think about it carefully. So, and then on the side of Yvonne Nelson, I think this is good for market. So, yes, people will buy her books, and she's sharing her story, her personal story, not fiction or not lying about certain things. So if that's the case, if it's not something that she has just cooked to sell to us by her personal story, I think it's good, and it will encourage others to do same, and those who are reading can also pick one or two from it. Okay. I mean, if nothing at all, I think at that time Sarkodie, it wasn't like Sarkodie was broke. I mean, if that was the case, she wouldn't, me in my opinion, she wouldn't even give her a day or time to even go to the step of even impregnated her.
At that time, music was her thing, so she was just moving towards musicians.
That's a lie.
And that she saw Sarkodie was talented.
Yes, so attracted. Now that's the point.
A thing attracted him to her.
Yes, so she saw the point. She saw the potential, and women go with potentials. Women can choose you at the point that you had nothing, but they can calculate it and know that no, you with your potential you will make it. If they see that no, I don't see any trend of this guy making it, they won't give you it. In fact, when you even call them, they won't mind you. So she saw the potential. That's the selling point of Sarkodie at that point, because a lot of people at that point saw Sarkodie to be talented and he will make it. That was it. But you can't be so certain that that's what will happen. So at some point you may say, well, it's not guaranteed, so why not? I can bet you if at that point she was so sure, or Sarkodie was better as he is now, she will forget about Sarkodie's whatever treatment and still keep the baby. But because she wasn't sure or guaranteed that this is how it will end, that's why she will even consider.
No, but according to Sarkodie, rather told her, we can't keep it because. Yes,
and she will obey because she was like, oh, well, say if she I said, nah, so I'm going, and he's even saying that it's not guaranteed. But I'm saying that if at that point or no, Yvonne, you know, analyzing who say Sarkodie say enkoye, and I say enkoye, but me who is a bekoya, obe keep it. Women have control over that thing, like. That's why some people even argue that if women have that control and they can either keep a baby or take it out, why should men also be forced to take care of the baby? Why shouldn't us also have monetary abortion? Like, if I don't want the baby and I say take it out and you don't take it out, I don't take responsibility again. That's why that argument is there. The woman will decide. Sometimes you say go and do this, they won't, because they know that the future is good. So for Yvonne Nelson, I think it's good for her book, and it's also good for people who are going to read and take lessons from it. This is it. I mean, somebody will say, now even in the book, that portion I read, and she was saying that if she can turn back time, she would not have done it.
Yeah. It's says she regrets it.
Yes. Because even if you are not married to Sarkodie, but you have a child with him, it's a good connection than doing maybe abortion that it will haunt you morally and other stuff, especially if you're a Christian and other stuff. So that's what it is. And so it's good for her, and people should take lessons from it. And for the Sarkodie side, I think they shouldn't take things so personal or serious. Somebody is sharing her personal life and you happen to be part of it. You can't change it. Because I am so sure that if Sarkodie is also can turn the time back, then he would maybe not also involve at all, knowing his future. Or even at that time will even say that give birth, I'll take care of the kid at that time. You can't change those things. It has happened already. Just live with it, because such is life. You fight till where you are now. So if you can't fight or you want to run away, you can't have anything meaningful in your life. This is part of it. So take it as it is. So I think it's good for Yvonne Nelson in terms of business and what she wants to do. And Sarkodie is unfortunate, but as a man, and whoever is associated with him, such is life. Just take it as it is.
Okay. I've seen a black rasta post. It's making me laugh. The king of desecration. I think the king of desecration has done it again. Desecration of the womb.
Yeah, congratulations to Yvonne for the book. Not every successful person is able to document their history and all of that. And
I hear it comes with a documentary as well. Oh.
Yes.
So a documentary will also be shown.
She's in for the business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then people wait for the documentary.
Before
the documentary will come with
on
photos and
Netflix.
things.
Maybe.
To be on Netflix.
Ah, then go on Vantage.
Maybe.
Yes, not everybody is able to do that. And she's a young woman. She has achieved a lot for herself. And life is like that. You don't get it all rosy, you know. So being able to balance your ups and downs and to get the best out of it is good. But I see vengeance.
Vengeance.
I see vengeance, yes.
Oh,
What I see is vengeance. She's pained with certain sides of her life. And so to what she has done to Sarkodie is not an easy thing. It's like you have been documented in the Bible. Like what Solomon did. Yes. And if anybody want to if anybody want to cause fornication and all of that, they will use Solomon. And Solomon married concubines and all of that. That is what has been done to Sarkodie. Forever, children will come, grow and read that, oh, I was pregnant for Sarkodie, and he refused to accept it, and I aborted it. It's not a good image for Sarkodie.
I don't think he's saying that he refused to take it.
The story was not ready to take care of a baby then.
And then after convincing her, she agreed to do it. Then he
convinced her to abort it.
Yes, and she agreed. But her problem is that when they got to the hospital, Sarkodie left and never came back. So it's not like she abandoned or refused to take responsibility. She admitted that.
No, but the thing there is some way. You tell the person, you convince the person to do it.
Yes.
You take the person to the hospital.
Yes.
And instead of seeing the person through the whole process, because you Otilo.
So that's why the issue is.
You know, Otilo is a Nigerian word. I just got to know.
So that's why the issue. Not that
I thought it was a Ghana
or she didn't.
I just got to know it's a Nigerian word.
Okay,
continue. So you see this as vengeance?
Oh,
to
yes,
start with?
yes, it's a vengeance. She wants to revenge.
What do you mean by it's a vengeance? One, she was writing about her life story. Were you expecting her to have taken it out?
Okay, so I can also say that it's not every other thing
she wrote in
about her life. Sure. I can also say that it is not everything about her life that is in the story. So there are others that she will look at it again and say, no, let's take this out. But the others that she felt that it is okay for it to be there. Okay, so the fact that this side of Sarkodie is in there, and she's not okay with what happened. If you read it, she's never okay with how maybe Sarkodie treated her, and at times she went to she throws certain subtle shots at Sarkodie in some interviews and all of that. One that she said there was Sarkodie's pepper. You know, there was a video trending about her. She went to, I think, Asase Radio, and they asked, yes. Like, it says Sarkodie's pepper. She asked him to do a video for endorse her movie premiere, and she never did. That was also trending. It trended, pa.
But she Sarkodie also did a video for her about her glaucoma.
Yeah.
project.
That was back then, but
Yeah.
That was when the chopping was.
that was the
going on.
when
That was when the
you
chopping
say when
was
the
going
chopping
on.
was
Interest
going.
was
That was
there.
when they were close.
Yeah.
So after some time, she felt, oh, we are buddies, so you can do something for me, and it didn't happen. So I see this is payback time for you to also have a feel of it, and it happened on Father's Day. I'm sure Sarko maybe hang around with the children and all of that.
It was being posted like with Titi and Mike.
Okay, so people were celebrating. Okay, so she come back very timely and hits you that, okay, so let's go back to 10 years and this happened. I posted that as men, if we are handling this issue, we also have to ask ourselves question that how will our own story be in the books of other women? Because every man has a story. If the ladies that we have dealt with decide also to write their books, how will it be? Maybe it will be dirtier than what Sarkodie has done. And with that incident, you see, if as men, if we are dating and all of that, there are certain point that when pregnancy comes, every man that want to be frank will tell you that there are certain fears, anxieties and all of that. And when you analyze the situation and the circumstance, and you think you don't have the capacity to take care of the child, people, even doctors will advise you, and other people will advise you that this is the best option at the moment. If the two
Abortion?
Of course.
Abortion is not legal.
Oh, whether I know whether it's legal or illegal, but the circumstances.
It's illegal. That's
of
the
course.
bottom line.
Yeah,
So you can't use the special case.
Yes,
No,
abortion is illegal.
The issue is if you go to
But for
seek
now, I
for
think they are
counsel.
more.
If you go to
like
seek for
that.
counsel and they look at your situation, I'm not talking about
But
professional.
but the list of the issues that will cause people to avoid it to say Oniska no cry there. Obiampo man fans and can say Onisika. No, what I mean is the list.
Pastors.
Yeah, but
Do you know when abortion is really accepted? Like you have been raped. A madman, a mad woman pregnant.
Abortion isn't right. Abortion isn't right. I'm not saying
incest.
abortion is right. I'm not saying it's right, but
health wise,
it
maybe they
depends.
think your health you cannot.
It depends on the two in question. The two people in question, the man and the woman. The decision solely depends on them to decide if we are ready for a baby or not. And whatever happened, they agreed that okay, let's go and take it off. And Sarkodie has to run away from that. With Tracy, I think this shouldn't be a big deal for Tracy, because we are talking about 10 years. And 10 years, if 13 years, if I have a relationship with you and I don't even know my style, I've listened to Sarkodie on how it was back and forth with him and Titi. And Tracy, as in whether she will even become his wife and all of that. So if I think, okay, I'm not too clear as to whether you are the woman that I will settle with, and I'm trying with other women and all of that, it happens to every man. It happens. So she can't dwell on this and behave funny. And if you even do that, yes, the harm will be called. What will you do? Will you say you will divorce Sarkodie because of this? No, it can't happen. And if even you, that will be your decision, what can Sarkodie do? It will affect him, all right, but he will move on as a man. But what Yvonne has done will go a long way to affect Sarkodie, because Yvonne is influential. Sarkodie is also influential. That is why even we are talking about it, because this is a normal issue happening every now and then. But we don't hear because of the people involved. And forever and ever, Sarkodie will never be happy with this. For this to be inscribed in a book, and this is not any normal book, this book will sell. It's already selling. This book is already selling. And the Sarkodie brand will not be happy for this thing. People you know, people can, some societies will take this high and the way they will interpret it and all of that, you know. It's not. But what if Sarkodie say it wasn't true?
Sarkodie says it wasn't true. If
Sarkodie, what if he says it was false? I didn't impregnate her. And you see, there are women who I know of my friend that the lady said she's pregnant. Meanwhile, she wasn't. She wanted to extort money until my friend was bold to say, give birth. And we realized it didn't happen. And another point is, the guy feels like, okay, you have other guys around and all of that. I'm not the only one having an affair with you. So at times it's even difficult to accept responsibility from certain kind of ladies, because you know that you are not the only one hating it. So it becomes dicey to even make a decision to claim responsibility and all of that. So let's see what the future will hold. If Sarkodie will ever come out and explain, or Yvonne also find himself in interviews and questions are asked. Probably she has all this abortion receipt and all of that. Oh yeah, but keep it.
Okay, we'll wrap up for us. The last story there looks like time won't favor.
That's I mean, it is interesting, and yes.
When you are done, I'll place a call to see how best we can get a book and see how it goes out.
Many people are asking, yes, is this necessary? Wouldn't Yvonne Nelson have been able to put this information out? Even Nyanya has even come out to question that, isn't this too much information and all that? I am tempted to partly agree with Kojo when he says this is another form of vengeance. Another form of vengeance.
Okay, this is Nyanya.
Yes.
But there's a chapter for Nyanya too.
He's not seen his own, so he should just wait.
There's a chapter.
He needs it. He needs it.
He was commenting on Sarkodie's own.
Oh, he needs it. It will do a lot of good to him.
Wait, you see, on some part, I kind of understand why Yvonne Nelson would do this. You see, sometimes in societies, we have personal relationship with people that we know who they are. But outside, they are being celebrated like holy of the most holies.
But don't take the business part.
No, I am not taking it out.
Yeah.
I won't. I will come there. They are being celebrated as holy of the most holies. In recent times,
the chapters are going. Because the one I'm reading starts from chapter 10 and ends at chapter 20.
So you see, on that score, and when you pick these two personalities, Sarkodie and Yvonne Nelson. Yvonne Nelson recently, or in some few years, have suffered in terms of being labeled in a certain light, to the extent that at a point she went into depression. You remember? And all these are things that so many people have labeled whatever Yvonne Nelson going through, not finding a suitable partner and all that, as being her fault. As being one of those women who have decided to position themselves in a certain light, that is making them lose in society. People have labeled Yvonne Nelson for the past years as one of them girls that they think that, oh, you people there, you are calling yourself feminist. You people are calling yourself this. You people are calling yourself that. So if today you are not getting husband, you are not getting a suitable family for yourself, it is your fault. Yvonne Nelson wants to expose the fact that sometimes it is not our fault like that too. But it is out of some experiences that we go through as young people. Some include the most holy people that you celebrate today.
The most holy?
Yes. Oh yes. If we are talking aside the fact that the
most holy.
See, who are those who are the most holy? No, if we are talking
his holiness.
No, who are the most holy? Oh wait. You see, if we are talking about if we are talking about relationship, and if as far as being in the entertainment industry is concerned, if we want to use people who we think are of good examples that people should emulate from, do you think people will take Sarkodie out?
No.
Yes. That's what. And when we are talking about people who have question marks,
and you think they won't take him out?
No, wait, maybe. If we are talking about people who have question marks just by the mentioning of their names, do you think Yvonne Nelson will be taken out of this list?
Yeah or not?
No, if we are talking about people who have question marks in terms of entering into the relationship, as far as being the entertainment industry is concerned, do you think people will take Yvonne Nelson's name out? As in the kind of position or posture that she's taking as being a feminist. We don't let men control us. We don't let this do us. We don't let that do us. No. People will not take Yvonne Nelson's name out because they see her as somebody that whenever she's in a relationship, she wants to take control over it. But she's also trying to paint the picture that sometimes the posture that we take is not because we want to, but it is because of certain experiences that we've had. That's why she's saying that if she could turn the hands of time, she would still have been with, or wish to have been with Sarkodie, because she saw the potential. So yes, I partly would want to agree with Kojo that she is tired of that shaming, that name calling. Now what does Yvonne Nelson have to lose again? Like, what again? What again? And you see this story. If she says it anywhere, we know how the story can be propagated or can be twisted in certain light. This is the only way that this particular story that she's saying cannot be turned or translated in any other form. This is the only way. Because even if she said it in an interview, the interview can be dated. They can just cut some portions to suit whatever explanation they want to give. But you see this. This is plain and simple. This is the source. No matter how you try to translate or interpret this particular story, you will refer to the source. And the moment you refer to the source, whatever agenda that you try to play will be defeated. So Yvonne Nelson, for time coming, she's tired of people labeling her as a feminist, as Oba, on succumbing to Burma, as she's the fault of the reason why she's not getting good relationships and all that. For you to know that, yes, you can call her the devil, but know that some of the people that you even celebrate as quote and unquote the holy people that you think they have no blemish have even gone through the same phases we have gone through. And some of them's action are even contributing factors to who we are today. So if today Yvonne Nelson doesn't respect men, it's because a certain Sarkodie that convinced her to do this, took her to the hospital, but when it was time for her to face the difficult part of the whole decision,
he disappeared.
The person disappeared. The person disappeared. Wow. So if today you see Yvonne Nelson not respecting men in that like quote and unquote, these are some of the experiences. And it is psychological.
She said these are.
I am not saying this.
She's also talking about her father.
Of course.
And I'm sure
she's made reference to cases. No, she's made reference to cases. No, you see, she's made reference to cases.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's one of them.
It is one of them, not this particular one.
You can always get justification for your bad behavior,
and that is her justification.
So if you have a bad behavior,
I'm not saying.
But you can also find another reasons to justify whatever she's doing.
Yes.
So if it is bad,
so I'm saying these are some of the things. I'm not saying this particular incident is the reason why Yvonne Nelson is who she is now. I'm saying that this is one of the reasons, one of the many reasons that you can even list. You understand? But we cannot take this out. To Tracy, me, yes, we can. There are some points that we can take out. One of them is what you said. Did Sarkodie admit his relationship with Tracy 13 years back?
Yeah. A honey common.
Did Sarkodie reveal this to Tracy 13 years back? And this also boils down to relationships and how we disclose our past to our current. This whole conversation is big. Some people will say, "Oh,
you don't do it easily like that."
Exactly.
Don't do it.
And some of them,
and
some of them,
I mean, Roland, for instance, can't tell the number of body counts he has to.
It will even go against you. Why do you do that?
Like what I mean is he himself will not even do it.
He can't. He can't even do it.
I will do it. No, you see, no, whether I would do it or not, some will come back to bite us.
If it comes,
we will chop it.
Handle it.
That's why. So my point, the point I'm driving at is that Tracy should also understand that it is not everything that Sarkodie would probably have disclosed to her 13 years back, and this probably might be one of them. So if she wants to base on this to take certain decisions that will affect her relationship now, then she should think twice. Because just like Sarkodie probably might not have disclosed this particular incident, it is the same way she too probably did not disclose certain things to Sarkodie.
Okay.
It happens. It is like that, and it can be true. So yes, me, as much as people will ask, did Sarkodie tell you this? Did Sarkodie reveal this to you? At this point, that is not important.
Okay.
The most important thing now is your current relationship with the person. Yes, I know it will break certain form of trust between you and the person, but hey, this is somebody that has been with you for years. You almost know the person in and out. So when somebody comes to disclose certain parts that do not have any significant bearing, like in your current relationship, this shouldn't be a base for you to take certain decisions. Because at the end of the day, if we are to compare Sarkodie and Tracy and how this particular decision is going to affect them, Sarkodie can move on. But Tracy,
Richie,
we know the conversation
that has the contact of the buy copies. Now let me try an open call and see how we can get one for
we
my
know
office.
I hope Yvonne has proof for all these writings in her books.
I think
What proof?
Oh, like if you write something about me and I feel
it's wrong,
is denigrating.
I think the advisors will make sure that there's something to.
Wow, I didn't know. Hey, we have many partners. Wow, we have many partners.
Oh, there will be a form of this thing that she will definitely keep.
Unfortunately,
Okay,
who said me friend, but your boyfriend said me friend. After information, I need to meet that business. Yeah. So let me try the other number. Let me try the 020 because this one there, I know he also has my number. 050 999 3939. Sorry about Kobolo.
Okay, so let's see how it will go. But yeah, as Kojo was saying, I think the advisors at the point will discuss that with her that okay, if the person after the book is out and the person says that you are just defaming them because it is not true, can we defend it? They will discuss how they are going to defend it. So for sure, I think
if
she'll
you tell
have
me you slept with me,
yeah,
and I come and say no.
yeah.
Now, if you don't have evidence to prove it,
for that one you can't prove. But I think in this case, what will happen will be the records at the hospital and other things. Yeah. So when they go to the hospital, yes.
That one too,
yes.
They don't record it too.
No, they will record it, but in an illegal way. No, what they do is that they can even say that at that day you came there for whatever, like medicine or something. They will write something.
Okay.
Like really
looks like they are not serious.
Hot book number so
like they are not serious. They are not serious.
You
release a book today like pa.
People, a lot of people will be calling for sure. But I think
they should be busy.
Yeah, they should
this
be.
one, the line is not busy.
But men have released books.
Picking the course, the good one and the bad one, because sometimes you know what this thing, when the number is out like that, you get a lot of useless course.
No,
so
it
will annoy some people not to. I'm not just
people pick our numbers and they call us. But when we pick it, we know you are useless.
If you are not ready to,
I'm not saying that they shouldn't pick it. What I'm saying that sometimes it beats some people not to pick the course because it's like.
Wafa 20. This one is not
men have written books. Asamajan has written his book. Nothing happy. Azuma Nelson has written his book. Nothing happy. If others require a book, Emmanuel Munya book.
No, we want to buy the book. We want to
buy a book.
Yeah.
The book was launched just yesterday. So it is hot. It is in demand.
Yeah.
And we are calling and they are not picking up. They don't have copies.
I'm sure all that they wanted to
launch it.
No, the Sarkodie part to go out then.
So maybe it could be that they've not even printed the books for wholesaling. They just printed some copies too.
For the
so they are now going to print it. But now the stories are out there.
I'm calling the numbers back to back.
That is not right.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I think other people will also want to. I've seen some of the chapters. Peter, like JT family and all of that, you know. So if what she has written, some people cannot.
Is it? Miss Andu Momo. Miss Andu Momo. Now I me beto buku.
200.
200 cedis.
Yes, so.
Now medna mesaka.
Yeah. See a go bookshop, Kingdom Bookshop, but the way just a me funny way say me production, but me cover books now. Me now if I have to step down and do delivery because they are sending me stuff and I'm sending them so that they do the delivery. Delivery guys know who we are.
But I say bookshop bang.
Kingdom Bookshop,
Kingdom Bookshop will go. I hope so far.
So far.
Oh, okay.
You hit me up maybe after 6.
Okay. I really want one. I want to read.
Okay.
Yeah. And tell one thing I'm from. You are the moment I send the account.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, bro. All the best.
I'll get back to you.
All right. Business in the moment yet. Or maybe the agenda they want to achieve is done, you know.
Or maybe they are focusing on the digital.
Well, we will sit on one of the stories against tomorrow. Our time is up. When we sit tomorrow, we will bring out the rest of the stories. Thank you so much, Intimdo de Solomon Chemo. Thank you so much, Kojokin. And thank you so much, Roland Amate, for coming through for us to do this. I know it has been heavy. Today was supposed to be very heavy. The other one too was heavy, but unfortunately we have to shelve it for tomorrow. So don't miss tomorrow. Showbiz Daily here on Sammy Flex TV. Special thanks to Digital Rasta, Currency on camera, Richie Flex, editor, director of the show, and to you out there. You can also share your opinion, the good, the bad, on what Yvonne Nelson has done, and let's continue with the discussion later tomorrow. My name is Sammy Flex. We are out of here.